Hi people, Chilli here from Live Listen Erased, and welcome to this 5-minute review episode. On this episode, I dive into a band I've never really listened to. I mostly attribute this to never having friends who listen to their music, so no one really suggested it to me. The bigger factor for not listening to them was because I heard they were just another emo band, and I wasn't interested in that scene at the time. So I've learned in hindsight, and after listening to their first album, that this label is incorrect. And after consideration, I have decided to include this review as a redemption of sorts. So, at the request of some people, here we go. This 5-minute review is based on Bullet For My Valentines' 7th and newest self-titled album. But first, a brief history on the band. To my surprise, Bullet For My Valentine are originally straight out of Wales, and not to be confused with another little metalcore band around the same time and place, called Funeral for a Friend. Maybe that was where the confusion was in genres. Still, I fucking love Funeral for a Friend. Well, anyway, to make things less confusing for the fans, they changed their band's name after 3 or 4 EPs, and for the better. I mean, they were called Jeff Killed John, and a new metal band, so this was a step in the right direction to rebrand their image and their style. After this, they released their first album in 2006, on a special day. You will never guess which one. It was Halloween. No, not really. But if you were in the UK, then you could have listened to this album by Halloween the year before, because it was released 4 months prior to Valentine's Day. Marketing team had to go into overtime for that one. I mean, imagine getting their first album, Poison, for a Valentine's gift. Cover of the album shows a murdered lady, and the silhouette of someone standing over the top. Yep, if you got that for a Valentine gift back in 2006, and you are still alive, then I bet they're a keeper. This album seems to have been the launcher of the band, and despite a few changes in the rhythm department, the band now consists of Matt Tuck on lead vocals, rhythm guitars, and sometimes bass, Michael Pudgett on lead guitars and backing vocals, Jamie Matthias on bass and backing vocals, and Jason Bowles on drums. Okay, history lessons over, let's get into the album. Parasite starts off the album with an intro like radio distortion before honing in on the signal, and what follows is like spitting fire. It's seriously so full of rage and anger, it's disgusting. These drums are relentless, and there is a wall of guitar and bass work that hits you like a tidal wave. If you are feeling true spite, then this song is therapy for you. Knives is next, and doesn't let up in the relentless tone of the album. The song seems to be gaining attention of the fans, picking up in numbers and lyric views on Genius, but I'm not sure why. I mean, the line "bring out the knives" is used 13 times. Jokes aside, it does a solid job, even for a newer metal sounding song. My Reverie is the following track, and I'm not sure. It's a kind of poppier style to start with. It's definitely got the quiet vocals mixed with screaming background vocals until the song gets to about the midway, and the drums kick up in pace and the blistering solo plays through. It's amazing guitar work here. No Happy Ever After follows and opens with a Machine Head sounding riff that got me excited, but my overall expectations fell a bit short here. I mean, they're no Rob Flynn. An okay song here, but it sounds a bit average. Doesn't land any punches, I guess. Can't Escape These Waves is next, and has an interesting fast-paced groove going for it. It's catchy enough, but falls short of standing out there. Bastards is next, and for a word with negative connotations, well, I guess I thought it would be heavier in sound. It does have a very catchy sound to it, and overall, it's a good song. I guess I was caught by surprise. Rainbow Veins is next. Did I say My Reverie was poppy? My bad. This song is much more accessible. I can picture the band just sitting there and saying to themselves, alright, we need to write a modern metal masterpiece. Alright, let's do this. And then this song comes out of it. This is a good showcase of the precise drum works, and you can hear a more updated sound on this track. It seems like the path the band will check out a bit more. Shatter is up and has a build-up before the song. Does it deliver? Well, it is one heavy opening riff. The song does its job of being one slow-paced modern metalcore piece. It's just a shame it's a bit generic. Paralyzed follows up, and it is a faster, thrashier track compared to the last one that can open up any pit, and it's a fucking solid track. Death by a Thousand Cuts is the last track, and shouldn't be confused by the track of the same name by the New Zealand band Like a Storm, but I can say it was worth the listen. It should definitely not be confused by the track of the same name by Taylor Swift. Up to you if you want to listen to that song. The Bullet For My Valentine version is one brutal and guttural song that is a great closing track for this album. Well, I'm glad I checked out this band. They were very different to what I was expecting. This being said, they were also very similar to a lot of bands currently on the scene. There are some standout tracks here, and none that are bad, but just forgettable. When I first listened to the album, all the songs kind of blended together. And then, after the album finished and Spotify recommended some artists to play afterwards, I didn't even notice until about 4 songs later when Killswitch Engage came on. I may not be big on the scene, but I've heard some standout tracks that I've really fucking enjoyed with bands like Bring Me the Horizon or Spiritbox. In regards to this album, however, well, overall, I give the album 650,000 chilies on the scale of spice. It's too generic to stand out amongst the modern metalcore scene, and the band is just following the trends at times. The band has some great skills, and their drummer is fucking top class, so it does add value to their sound. Like I said, I'm glad to have decided to listen to this band, and rest assured fans, they have gone up drastically in my books. This is Chilli from Live Listen Erased. Thank you for listening to this 5-minute review, and please leave a like, subscribe to the video, share it with your friends, and hit us up on our socials at Live Listen Erased on Instagram or Twitter. Also, tell me, what was your favourite song from this album? Thank you everyone, you have a great day, and stay spicy.